Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Well, I'm Daniel Marquez, and today I'll be teaching you guys how to make oatmeal walnut chocolate chip cookies. First, we're going to add the sugar. So we put half a cup of white granulated sugar, 3/4 of golden brown sugar, and then we add 2 sticks of melted butter. That looks appetizing. So then we mix that all together so that way we can be ready for the next step. So while you're mixing, you want to make sure that there's no lumps in it, just to make sure that you get that nice even mixture. If my cameraman would want to stand up and come over here to get a look of the mixing. Alright. Hey. Alright, I think that's enough mixing. So the next step is to add the eggs and vanilla. For this recipe, you need 2 eggs, which I've already cracked, and 2 extra large eggs, I'm sorry, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. Right. And then again, we mix that together. Mixing. I like mixing stuff. Mixing. Let's keep on mixing stuff. Alright, let's mix. Okay, that looks nice and mixed. So now let's move on to the next step, which is us adding the flour, baking soda, cinnamon. I'm sorry, not baking soda, baking powder. Alright, let's get going. So, we need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. This would be preferably packed. So there we go. This is the half. Put it off. And the whole cup. Alright, there we go. So let's keep going.
Daniel!
Okay. Let's keep going. And we need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I almost said soda. It's not what we use. This is actually a 1/4 teaspoon. So we're gonna have to do 4 of these. Just count with me. 1, 2, 3, and you guessed it, 4. Now for the cinnamon. So there's actually a trick with the cinnamon where you have to get like this Nestle Quick thing right here, and you take it out from there. So let's go. So count with me again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So now what we do is we mix that together again. There's a lot of mixing in this recipe, so I hope you guys have some really strong, because I'm not. Patience is virtue. So keep mixing and don't stop. Alright, this is getting a little tough now, so I'm gonna get a different spatula. I'm gonna get a spatula to start mixing this. Okay. Okay. So, there we go. We're still scraping. And now it's time to start mixing. So one of the tricks I like, the reason I did that is because once you get to like this part of the oatmeal cookies, like it starts getting stuck in the whisk. So I switched to this plastic rubbery spatula because, well, look at it. It's like, it bends easy and it's able to get everything that's left over on the rim. And it's really hard to break. So yeah, that's a nice touch, always. Okay, so we're done mixing. So now it's time to add the oats. Okay, so you need to add 3 cups of oats to satisfy the recipe. I like Quaker's oats, so I'm using that, but you can use whatever kind of oats you want. Of course. There's 1. So count with me again, guys. 1, 2, and a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. 3! Yay! Alright. So now, once again, mixing time. So we're mixing. So this is where it starts getting tricky again with the whole mixing thing, because the dough starts getting really thick and hard to turn, and you want to evenly distribute the oats. You want to evenly distribute those oats. That's really funny. So I'm gonna tell you. So just to pass the time, I'm gonna ask you guys a joke. Knock knock. Who's there? Interrupting owl. Interrupting owl. Who? Ah. That's funny. Alright. So this is. I think this is nice and mixed now. It's nice and mixed. So now it's time to go to the next step, which involves adding the chocolate. I like Ghirardelli chocolate, so I'm gonna use a mix between milk chocolate and semi-sweet chocolate. So here we go. So we're gonna put probably about this much, about half the bag of milk chocolate. Let's get that there. A little bit more. Everyone loves chocolate. All right, and now. Okay, due to some technical difficulties, I'm not gonna show adding the semi-sweet chocolate or the walnuts, but
1/4.
The 1/4 of walnuts and 1/4 of semi-sweet chocolate. But believe me, they're in there. They are in here in the dough. Thank you, storage space. All right, let's keep mixing where we left off. All right, I think this is nice and mixed. So we're gonna get to scooping the cookies, and well, this is it for making the dough. The next part is scooping the cookies and baking them. Just a quick little FYI, these cookies should be left to bake for about 12 to 13 minutes, maybe 14 if you like them. 14 is too much. Don't do 14. 12 or 13. 13 at the most. If you get to 14, that's not good. If you're at 11, let them cook a little more. 12 or 14. All right. So now I'm going to you, Daniel. Hello. How are you guys so far? I'm well. Thanks for asking. So first things first, I'm the realist. And you gotta preheat that oven to 350 degrees. Hold on, cameraman, come over here. Come on. Let's show them that we indeed did preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? Now let's go back to the cookies. Alright. So this is the worst part of this recipe. Look, it is just a mess. There's oatmeal and like dough everywhere. It's really like I have no words for it. But regardless, the cookies must go on. And next time you guys see these cookies, will be in the classroom as I am passing them out, and or you are walking to me to get the cookies.